Happy New Year, people! I apologize, but I think I'm coming down with something. That just makes today's dumpster find that much more fortuitous, though, because today's movie is called Sickness House. I can tell you very little about this movie except for the fact that it was released in 2006 and stars mostly people who have done little to no other film work before or since. Well, there is this guy, Larry Laverty, whose most notable work is stunts for The Matrix Reloaded and 9 Months. Then there's the director/writer/star/one-man show behind all of this, Patrick Higgins. He now seems to go by the name of Andrew Patrick Torres. Funny how on IMDb he doesn't claim this as a writing credit. But he wrote it, he totally wrote it. We open with an old lady, a rattling doorknob, and this girl on a stool in a kitchen. Is this an art piece? What's going on here? Oh yes, the classic torso and heel cameras. I have a feeling this is not an art piece. We hear two people talking about how she, I guess this she, has just returned from a trip to Africa with her sister when she contracted a fever and then went insane. Whoa, where did everybody go? Hello? Hello?
Hi, Maggie.
So Dr. Doofus here tells the girl that her brother-in-law asked him to check up on her. Wait, maybe this is an art piece. Who's that guy? I'm assuming she's supposed to be imagining this guy because nobody else seems to notice him. Yeah, look at her try to attack him. I'm gonna get ya. New Year's Day. Wait, do they mean New Year's Eve? She's in the wrong third of the screen, camera guy. Shouldn't she be on the other side? Maybe he thought she was supposed to have a thought bubble right there. Whitney here and her husband Ben, the politician, are hosting a New Year's party, and the caterer delivered the wrong food, apparently. That's all that's going on in that scene.
I'm just saying that the voters don't know what the hell they want. Take the current president.
Would you please?
For example. The people voted in an ideal, an image, not the man.
But why shouldn't they? What is a president without what he stands for? The point is, the president is the image. It's his job to fix the problems that this country has, not fix the problems of others.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want to fix the problem until it's already completely broken.
If only someone had fixed this conversation before it was completely broken.
Of course. If something in place is working, you shouldn't have to worry about it.
Spoken like a true liberal Democrat.
Wait, what?
This is what you do. You look at things through such a narrow perspective.
Don't patronize me.
He's not. He's saying you're narrow-minded. He might be insulting you. By the way, this is the take that made the cut.
Mind if I join you? The boys are pretending to be political.
Finally, someone of intelligence. See, that's how you patronize. Read a book. We go through a couple of weird conversations that are trying to make the characters out to be real people when it's obvious they're not.
Has anyone seen Whitney's sister? She was supposed to be here tonight.
Didn't I tell you?
No.
Well, I don't know, because Whitney wouldn't talk about it, but I heard that her sister Maggie was committed to a mental hospital.
That was a mental hospital?
What do you want me to talk about? I'm a writer. I write.
So we have a writer but no script. Okay then. By the way, isn't it awfully green for New Year's? Maybe it's New Year's in Australia.
Because I'm starting to get the feeling this is about something else.
I'm thinking this is actually about nothing at all. What a progressive movie. Most of the couples are interracial and the one all-white couple is the liberal Democrat. There's even an unaccompanied female at the party. Scandal. When the maid sends her son to go get towels in the laundry room, we see some hooligan has tagged the door with an alien, I think? Whitney is getting sick.
I don't know if it's because I'm getting sick or it's because of everything that's happened.
Make that sick and whiny.
Should take a break and go lay down for a little while. I can tend to our guests.
Yeah, like all 6 of them. Okay, here's my problem. Maggie and Whitney are supposed to be sisters. Whitney is clearly Asian. Maggie is clearly Indian. Which is technically part of Asia, but I don't think that's how genetics work. Sparkles is walking up the stairs and into the house when jump cut. Lily wants to talk to Sparkles in private. We never do find out why, by the way. Ooh, Maybe she wants to talk about being a
true liberal Democrat.
Just think, had they filmed everything in the bathroom, they could have green screened a nice house in. Whitney's been tagged by the same alien, and he's giving us a thumbs up?
In your last book, what was it called?
Secrets.
That's right.
Good job remembering your own book title.
Yeah, I'll sorry about what my book reviewer said about it.
Somebody pull his string, he's not talking right.
Not as good as your latest work.
Man, you know, I don't care what nobody else think about that. I liked it, all right?
Great, I love chicken.
It was brilliant.
Brilliantly, not as good as your last book. The maid checks on Whitney, then tells her husband that he should go up and see her for himself.
Wonder what that's all about.
Spoken like a true viewer of this movie. Why does the upstairs master bedroom have support beams like it's in a basement? Ben tells his maid to go call the doctor, otherwise known as this guy.
Do you want me to get it?
No, it's probably for me anyways.
Oh, and what is that supposed to mean?
I need to ask you for a favor.
What is it?
I need you to come over and check on my wife.
Tonight? Right now? I can't do that right now.
Where'd he go?
Just come over and take a look and let me know what you think. Then you can go home. You'll be home before the ball drops.
Or before my balls drop. Apparently, Ben was in medical school with this guy at some point. With his broken-ass logic, it's a good thing he never actually became a doctor.
Victor, thank you for coming.
Meanwhile, the house is creaking, and apparently that's bad.
When the crypt doors creak and the tombstones quake.
Shut up, Thurl Ravenscroft. While they talk about nothing in particular, Slenderman's cousin from the bayou comes for Whitney. Well, she does have that same vicious clawing technique like her sister does. At the end of this attack, Victor is covered in blood, and we have no idea why.
Just go calm them down, please.
Calm down, the ambivalent guests.
Oh, Whitney, she was sleeping and Victor gave her a shot. It startled her and she got a little hysteric. She'll be fine.
Gave her a shot or shot her?
It's much too early in the evening to have this much excitement.
Oh, so that's why we're all still bored? Victor answers the phone at someone else's house. Hello? Or he had to run off screen to go answer it at his house. I never knew there was a talking on the phone while on camera phobia. Scopophonophobia. Victor tells everyone that Whitney's sister is very sick with something that Whitney appears to have contracted also. So the CDC is on their way with a temporary vaccine? Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. Besides, vaccines are preventative, and these people would have been exposed to whatever it is by now. So maybe by vaccine, he means a Band-Aid, a Tylenol, antidote. Why is their bed so crinkly? Does one of them have a bedwetting problem?
Your sister is in the hospital, very sick.
Isn't it his sister-in-law?
They have the whole place sealed off down there because she attacked 2 doctors earlier today.
They sealed off an entire hospital because of this vicious attack. By the way, I repeat, this is a hospital?
Oh my god.
See, Mr. Andrew Patrick Higgins Torres, now you know how we feel.
Something like this could have serious impact on my position in office.
They can find another janitor. Okay, this movie keeps trying to reiterate through badly recorded dialogue that this is some fancy schmancy dinner party at some bigwig politician's fancy schmancy house with all these important guests. I don't know about you, none of this has looked and sounded important yet. And how fancy can a house be if the master bedroom is in the basement storage area? By the way, we're only 25 minutes into the movie. This movie is an hour 10.
Epidemic. That is what they're saying down there.
Maybe it's a small enough town where 2 cases constitute an epidemic. It would explain how this guy got elected to do anything at all. Edward and his wife Lily are leaving. Victor tries to keep them in the house, but they run outside and into an armed CDC guy.
You know who I am?
No, should we? Why does the CDC have guns? Why is it suddenly dark? Why is he covered in plastic? Happy New Year!
You're in here to protect your loved ones and their loved ones on the outside.
Ha! Gotcha! I have no loved ones.
It's for your safety.
Wait for it.
For our safety?
Whitney attacks the maid, and you know they only put that in so they could have this shot. which could have been lit better.
Can my wife be saved?
Only if she believes.
Well, you've lost a lot of blood.
From those tiny scratches.
I'm sure if you keep your eye on her, she's gonna make it all the way through the night.
And be dead by dawn.
Still, you won't talk to me. I don't know what you want me to
Michael,
do.
don't.
You're a writer. Maybe you should write to her. Hemingway sneaks downstairs and hears Victor muttering to a CDC guy. Hopefully it's not important because we can't hear it.
I'm trying to get a way for us to contact our families on the outside.
There's this thing called a phone? Oh, that's right. You're the scopophonophobic. Never mind. Swamp Thing wanders past Sparkles and then grabs her from inside the room.
Ben, is there anyone in this house we do not know about?
What are you talking about?
If we don't know about them, then how would I know? The house is creaking. Again. And this is a bad thing. Again. A few of the men decide to investigate the basement, which has graffiti. Why is there graffiti in a fancy house basement? That tagging alien's getting around.
Are you a part of this?
Are you the reason we're filming this nonsense? In the dilapidated fancy house basement, Victor finds a camera and decides to make another film. No, Patrick, you finish this film, then you make another one. Or not. Not would be good too.
I have begun taking blood samples for all the guests
Do they know this?
and comparing them regularly to each other.
Exactly what equipment does he have to look at everyone's blood? It takes a little more than a magnifying glass to get any useful information out of blood. I'm no medical expert, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Ben starts hearing voices, probably the voices of all the true liberal Democrats. This leads him into the bathroom to fetch the flimsiest piece of plastic in the world so he can smother his wife randomly. Next, we follow the butt of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Is this what it's come to? Food that's ready to go to space?
It's called a TV dinner, you dipshit. Veronica is freaking out because Alyssa has locked herself in her room. She probably did that to get out of the rest of the film. I don't blame her one bit.
Please come out.
No.
You're gonna hurt yourself in there.
What is she, 2?
What if she spends the rest of her life in that room?
Better than spending the rest of her life in this movie. Chance of getting out, 0%. Wait, hang on a second. Why is Ben not sick? If it is traveling through the then it must have an argbg that is growing. Is not worth Fox USA be every who. You know, I think he's onto something there. Veronica winds up finding Whitney dead in the master bedroom. Ben has clearly lost it. At least by our standards. Who knows, by this script standards, he might be perfectly fine.
We'll go get Victor. Maybe he can help.
Help the dead person? Oh, why not? He's not any good with the living persons. Ben ends up stabbing Veronica with a syringe.
Excuse me, don't mean to intrude.
It's alright, what can I do for you?
You see my wife, Veronica?
Why, is she missing?
No, she's an amazing fan dancer. Have you seen her? Pullstring Boy, Victor, and Hemingway bust in. Ben tells them to lock him in the room because he clearly has a bad case of jazz hands. So they nail the door shut from the wrong side. Are you nailing a door shut or are you doing leather work? Tip, 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 tip. Steel wool and Mountain Dew. Yum. Hemingway drops the pen and it rolls under the wall. The inanimate objects even want out of this movie. This leads Hemingway to think there must be a secret room. Is there room for the baby in here?
Where's he going? What is it?
Oh, good idea. Take the most incoherent actor and make him play drunk. Pullstring Boy is yelling about his wife, and yeah, he's upstairs all of a sudden. How did they turn the TV on without anyone near it? What magic could this possibly be? So, Sparkles is being attacked by Swamp Man, and they're both covered in blood, while Hemingway watches with a knife. And then, wait, what's going on? Wait, what's going on? Wait, where'd everybody go?
Victor?
Ben, I need to talk to you. Is there a room that I do not know about?
I don't understand.
I'd imagine there are a lot of rooms in the world he doesn't know about. You need to be more specific. So apparently the earlier sequence was showing that Sparkles killed Hemingway and hid his body somewhere. Pullstring Boy was also killed by Victor, randomly. Victor fails to mention this part to Ben, though. Victor hunts for the unknown room himself and finds the super secret door. Make that the already open super secret door that we still need to use a crowbar on for some reason. Need to fire this maid.
Hey, look at your mother.
I don't know where she is.
Your guess is as good as mine as to what the hell that was about. No time to think about that because the maid is escaping and Channel 4 is there to tell us about it. The CDC shoots the maid as Sparkles tries to kill Victor and the others, but conveniently here is Alyssa to shoot Sparkles. Alyssa is pissed. I don't blame her. Meanwhile, Ben pours himself a cool, refreshing glass of bleach, and this has some interesting consequences. It's hard to find a politician with guts anymore. Victor runs upstairs armed with a gun, Alyssa with a crowbar. My guess is they were attempting to start an action figure line with these two, but it clearly didn't take off. Victor randomly begins flipping out, Lily randomly smashes her baby against the counter, Alyssa backs downstairs to find the maid's son dripping with blood and collapsing to the floor. I'm using the word blood loosely here. Lily tries to attack Alyssa, and Alyssa hits her with the crowbar. It's not easy being green. The CDC rescues Alyssa and goes in for Victor. So much for Victor. But wait, there he is. So who did the CDC guy shoot? Oh, whatever. Alyssa and Victor are being tented for termites apparently, but glad this tent is wired for television. Man flu. One big case of man flu.
It ain't no influenza.
Stop! Wait, we're only an hour 6 minutes in. This is supposed to be an hour 10. Oh no, is there an end credits scene? No, wait, another set of closing credits. Why are there two sets of closing credits? Wait a minute. A lot of film festivals require that feature length be at least 70 minutes. I see through your scheme, Andrew Patrick Higgins Torres, you. So why the hell is this film in the dumpster? Why the hell are you asking? There are parts of Sickness House where you can kinda tell what they were going for, they just didn't have the means to do it right. But a lot of the film just leaves you arching your eyebrow and wondering what the hell is even supposed to be happening. Low budget film doesn't have to mean bad film, but it often does. They say you get what you pay for, but that's not always the case. It's not like all the good actors in the world are in Hollywood or demand a huge paycheck. There are a surprising number of good actors in community theaters all over the country, along with decent writers, directors, special effects artists, and so on and so forth. So if those people exist, why do so many low budget films still turn out to be shit? Is it laziness, inexperience, incompetence? Is it just you don't realize it's shit till you're in too deep? Or is it you're just having fun and you don't care how the hell it turns out in the end? Whatever the reason, the lack of quality is obvious in every aspect of Sickness House. The coolest thing about this movie is the cover, and the cover has absolutely nothing to do with the movie. I would like to say at least one good thing about Sickness House, but I can't. No. I will say one good thing about Sickness House. Hang on, let me come up with it. Okay, got it. The house never actually killed anyone. Only the people did. Shit, that's actually probably a bad thing, isn't it? Hang on. Okay, got it. At least they finished the film. Yay! No, that might be bad also. Damn it. Got it! Rawr. I wonder what my neighbors think of this dialogue.